Okay, onward with addition of complex numbers. Here you see two complex numbers. I've put them in parens to make it distinct that we have two complex numbers. And what we're going to do is break open those associations, rearrange into like terms, and collect and factor, and off we go. So here's an actual example. First thing I need to do is break out of those parentheses. And now I'm going to rearrange the real components on the left, the imaginary components on the right. Observe that I'm carefully keeping the signs, whatever they might have been, in place. Associate again, and on the right I am factoring out the imaginary unit on the right. I do the arithmetic, and presto, here we are with 2 plus 5i. Now, it is a wonderful thing to know that you can check all of this in a calculator. I'll show how to do that when we get to class. If you want to try it on your own first, in the mode key, go to choose complex. You have real, something, and complex. And then there's a little I up above the dot that you use for making a decimal point. Next we have subtraction of real numbers. Same two numbers, but now we are subtracting them. This is a little bit trickier because breaking into the parentheses with subtraction always causes a bit of confusion because we have to change some signs here. Okay, so here we are without the parentheses. Observe that when I subtracted, I changed the sign on this last term. Rearrange with the real components on the left and the imaginary components on the right. And again, notice the subtraction in between the components, but we have an addition between them. Okay, so the subtraction is carried along, so I take the difference of the real components and the difference of the imaginary components, add those together to make one new number. So here's an example. We're going to have a lot of sign changes here, you can see. So, anti-associate, and I have carefully put the inner parts of the second number in parentheses. Rearrange and undo the parens as I normally would with subtracting a negative number. Group them, and I get something that doesn't necessarily look like a subtraction at all as my final result, but we know that it is. And again, we can do a calculator check with this.